Good morning and welcome to All Abilities Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Deb, and my goal is to encourage and inspire you to live your dream life in spite of any physical limitations you may encounter. I've been in a wheelchair for over 25 years now, but I still lead a normal, happy, productive life, and I hope to show tips and ideas on how you can adapt to be able to do anything you want to do. These are my grandsons, and follow us as we share this journey. Okay, it's another beautiful day in the neighborhood, and I am heading down to the senior center again. Today I'm teaching crafts. We're going to make greeting cards. We do that a lot because the seniors can use them to send to their grandkids or anybody else they're thinking of. A lot of young people don't really send cards anymore, but seniors do. So my hair is still a little bit damp. I'm running late. But the important part is I'm going. There's so many things you can do in your community to help others to be useful, even if you are in a wheelchair. So here we go. That right there behind me is the town library. It's a two-story building, but really all the library is just on the upper floor. And to this side of it is the middle school, which is 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I love fall days. This is just beautiful out today. And the weather is perfect. It'll be a little bit hot by the time I'm heading home, but at least right now, in the morning, it's beautiful weather. Oh, I'm noticing a number of the neighbors here have started putting up their fall decorations.
Stuff.
Oh, you pick like the box that you're going to get.
Right,
and
right.
So you can pick the majority of what you like or what you don't like.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So I get 4 boxes of food. I might give away a half box of food.
And do you pay for it?
No, it's paid for by a vendor.
Oh. But since I'm not 60, I probably don't qualify for it yet. Smile.
You're on candid camera. Oh. Go ahead, yeah, I'll eat real close.
Oh goodness, there's all kinds of stuff.
This was apricot.
I'm going this way. Is it okay if I put your pretty faces?
Yes.
Okay.
I want what Patty's got. You got to put it back.
So what all we got?
I call dibs on these two. I gotta have the jalapenos.
Oh, well, I can't eat jalapeno anyway.
Oh, Gracie.
I'm allergic to jalapeno, Patty.
So we got cherry. There's a couple of cherry.
Cherry.
You want a cherry?
No, I'm allergic to cherry.
Well, then don't have a cherry.
No.
What else do we got?
Plum.
Apricot. I'll take an apricot.
There's a plum jelly.
What does that one say? Blueberry?
Strawberry. Strawberry. Cherry.
That says,
Something spice.
looks like it says raspberry spice, I think. Okay, I'm taking these three. What are you taking?
This one.
Generally, when I go to teach classes, it lasts anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. And I would say the majority of that time is actually social interaction. The craft projects are not that complicated. They're not serious art projects. They're just little things that can be done while they're visiting. And it gets them out of the house. Many times seniors live alone, and so by going to the senior center, they're getting out and around other people and for the social interaction as much as anything. And if I'm honest, it's as much about my social interaction. I take the crafts to do, I organize it, and I provide all the supplies, but it's as much a therapy as any other type of counseling or psychiatry, any of those kind of things. Just spending time with other people doing something productive makes a huge difference in your mental health. So my suggestion this week is look for ways to volunteer. Look for something that you're doing for other people so that you're not sitting at home thinking about yourself or worrying about things that are going on with your health. If you focus on other people and give time to other people, it makes you feel a whole lot better. And it gives you something to plan on. I know that if I'm having a bad day or I'm feeling sorry for myself, if I start focusing on what I'm going to do for the next class and sorting through supplies and knowing that I'm making a difference, it gets me out of a funk really fast. So no matter what your disabilities are, there's always something you can do in your community to give back. There is one of the ladies who comes to the senior center who volunteers at a clothing, not a pantry, clothing closet. And she just goes and puts things on hangers. That's every time she goes, that's all she's doing is putting clothes on hangers to have available for anybody who needs the clothing. The pretty lady in pink right here had a stroke a few years back. She can't use her right side at all. And so she's had to relearn how to do things with her left hand. You'll see here a few times that I have to help her a little bit, but for the most part, she does a pretty good job doing everything by herself. And she comes to the center 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. She'll come back again on Friday for bingo, and it's mostly to get her out of the house and interact with other people. this was me carrying hers over for her. And just like that, I am done. They are getting ready to have lunch, and I don't get to stay for lunch because I'm not old enough yet. So here we go, heading back towards home. Oh, it's still pretty nice out here. Beautiful sunshiny day and blue skies. No traffic coming. Nope. Some of the places are a little bit rough for wheelchairs. We'll turn you around here and share some of the now you can see some of the neighborhood. I haven't been here very long. Long enough that I'm starting to meet people and know who lives where and if anybody needs any kind of help. Sometimes I have a hard time convincing them that I can help even though I'm in a wheelchair because they all assume that they have to help me. Ooh. They have cut out on the curbs for the sidewalks, but a lot of them are really rough, and so it is very jarring to try and go over with the wheelchair, and some of them I just can't go over. because they're too big of a bump. But this is the First Assembly of God Church. And right across the street over here, this house is an older gentleman that I've talked to a number of times. He just turned 83 years old, and he has a ministry. He helps people with drug and alcohol addictions and helps them to get jobs and get on their feet. And then he also takes old bicycles and fixes them up. He picks them up all over the place and does all kinds of work to them and fixes them up, and then he gives them away to any child in need of a bicycle. He doesn't charge for them at all. He just gives them to anyone who can use them. But there's a whole lot of cute little houses in town. I love the way some of them are decorated. And there's some really nice older Victorian houses. This house where the gentleman lives, he told me, was built in 1886. And so he's been doing all kinds of remodeling and painting. He's getting ready to do a bunch of painting to it and have some woodwork replaced. I think this one is really cool. A little confusing though with having two porches to know which one people should go to. I think they need to do something to a front door to make it more noticeable. And right down here is a really cool Victorian house that's still got some of the gingerbread and pieces on it. I would love to go inside that. Of course, it's not wheelchair accessible, so I can't go in it, but I'm very curious to see if it's still got all the original old Victorian components to it, if the inside still has all the old woodwork and things that were really common in that time frame. So it's also got this little building next to it. I'm not sure what they're using it for. I would use it as an art studio. And when I first moved here, this little house was pretty run down. It just did not look all that great. And just in the past few months, they pretty much gutted it down to the studs and redid everything and have made it really cute. So I get back down here. I'm sure this is very bumpy. It's very bumpy on my wheelchair. Down here, the blue building is the ag building, and about at least once a month, sometimes more than once a month, they have an all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast over there. And since it's walking distance from the house, I usually try and take grandkids and go over there for it. They say it's a fundraiser, but I'm not sure how they make money on it because it's $7 all you can eat, and it includes pancakes and French toast and bacon and sausage and biscuits and sausage gravy and orange juice. So if they're having to buy any of those supplies for making it, it would seem like they're not making much money. So then we're going by the middle school again, and down there is the library. And then right around the corner from the library is my house. So home. I guess this is where I will sign off for today, and I'll see you next Wednesday.